What is going on, everyone? My name's Boy and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom side of the map in the red color, playing as Set. His name is Joe. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name's Moore. The map is Marsh. It's currently 1-1 for these players in this best of 3 show match of sorts. The fight for top 1 Voobly, a potential like very, what's it called? A potential final for the Voobly, Champions League potential, maybe, who knows? More grabbing some early wood here. How much did he get? Specifically 131 wood. It's looking like another 4-minute advance time. The way that Moore does this could be even this could be the fabled 355 with how close these deer are. But he did go for the aura of the water buffalo, I should say. Jumping onto this oak tree as well. Going to chop a couple more hits onto that one because he will need a specific amount of wood in order to get out the temple and an extra villager. So we do see he's going to go up to 150 wood here, or something like that, and then he'll move it over onto the gold mine. That's if he is going for this build, and it's looking like he is not going. Or he has to get. Sorry, I tell a lie. He needs 80 wood extra, so it's 100 plus 80 plus 50, so 230. Math. Boom. Mathed it. We did it. Go team. Anyways, we'll see where he goes from here. I like it. I would have actually preferred for Moore to chop this tree instead of this one and go onto these deer, because now he has to walk all the way over here, which is going to slow him down a little bit. These early game adjustments for trying to get up as fast as you possibly can. The extra 5 seconds doesn't really matter that much. Maybe it does. I don't know. Actually, he's not going for it. It's looking like it's just going to be a standard 430. All of this nonsense doesn't matter. Don't even worry about a thing. But Joe, on the other hand, let's check out his map. He's got a gold mine over here. He's got a gold mine over here. This one, a little bit safe, but still very abusable. This one up here, very out in the open, cut off from the town center as well, so he doesn't have an easy retreat path back to the town center. So of all of the marsh spawns here for Joe, he does not get what he wants in terms of gold. His forward town center here does give him access to these boar and these boar. So it's a very good forward town center, but that will be, he will be asking for it if he does go for that. So we'll see what happens there. There's the temple. It is up for Joe. Got some relics over here. Got the Kopesh of Horus. Don't know what that does. 100% extra hero damage against myth units. Over here we've got the Black Lotus. Very strong relic indeed, with the extra 10% village farm gather rate. And you have the Grugnir Odin's Spear. 5% hoplite and spearman and Ulfsuck and Mamilo hack damage. Insanity. This is, funnily enough, the Black Lotus is the only economic relic which gives plus 10%, whereas every other relic only gives plus 5%. Did I tell a lie? I think I told a lie then. There's a gold gather relic that gives plus 10%, isn't there? But gold does run out, whereas farms don't, so it goes for longer. Harmonia's necklace, that's the one. So they're both the same, except what I meant by that is it's the only one that lasts the entire game. So it is a little bit better. Anyways, Joe's looking like he's going for a very fast Tar advance time here. He's moving the Pharaoh over. He's going to cast Vision. He's going to be going for some sort of shift, it's looking like. Maybe he won't. He's moving the Priest over here, or the Pharaoh over here. He can come over onto this gold mine, and he does come over onto this villager, trying to get the villager shop, but he does not manage to do so. The villager does jump out of the tower for some reason, and he does get that pick off there, which is huge. Prometheus does come through for more. Moving back over, we're going to throw down 1 counter barracks, and potentially another one a little bit later. But that was huge. Now he's found another villager, and Moore not paying attention, trying to get a surround here, but the boar doesn't quite get there in time, and Moore does pop that villager back into the sentry tower. Now, while this is all going on, the settlement is coming up and Moore is very aware of this moving forward. The Promethean going to be checking this out and trying to delay that one. There's no priest over there because all the priests are forward. Villager does pop out of that sentry tower, moving back into the home base. The Promethean coming over here onto this town center, gonna spot it and he's gonna start attacking, which is gonna slow it down quite significantly. He's splitting into 2 Prometheans here in order to try and pick off some villages. We do see some granaries popping up here. I'm not sure what that's all about. The Prometheans will be able to pick off a villager here, and they do get that one. We do see the Pharaoh, the priest, moving back to this location, and that's going to be a nice pick off there for Moore. But 1 citizen for 1 villager, not a trade you really want to be taking there. So Joe coming out super far ahead right now. 2 town centers, all the boar in the world. Armory probably coming down as well. He's got 9 villagers on gold here. The water buffalo does get finished there. He can move over onto these hippo, but it's very, very aggressive. And he does have some deer down the bottom that's spotted by the oracle. So it's again very aggressive. But Joe not yet sorted out these idle villagers. He does need to figure out somewhere to go with those. And he's thrown down a barracks in the there we go. The villagers are now moving. It looks like he's grabbing a 3rd town center. Jesus. I actually really like this from Joe. This is super booming and it's going to counter the double town center grab that Moore likes to do. And Moore's actually not built a single terma here. Well, he's built 1 terma to grab the relic. What's that? He's grabbing the Trojan Gate here, and something he's probably not going to build a single Trojan Gate. He probably could have grabbed the Krugnia Odin Spear, and he is getting the Kopesh of Horus, which is actually pretty key for him because he's going to kill off those ancestors a little bit faster, or maybe some like Scorpion Man or the Animals of Set. I'm not sure if Kopesh of Horus affects Animals of Set. I think they're in a separate category to myth units, because while the Pharaoh gets a plus 200% versus set animals, it doesn't get he gets plus 400% versus myth units. So not exactly doing everything there, but town center is going up for Joe. I think the Oracle spots it. Could be wrong. Don't know. We do see a Promethean Offspring gets picked off. I love this house wall here from Joe. Finally building up his armory. And this is looking almost reminiscent of like of a Ra build, but he just does not need to ever build build farms or anything like that. He's just got so much hunt, and this is looking mightily scary for Moore. Not only that, but town center spawning this close together. If you're Egyptian, you see this, you got to be very happy, because that means murking onto your opponent's town center, and it's very difficult for them to defend that. So we'll see what Moore goes for here. What I would actually love to see, and it's not an option here as Oranos, but in this situation is that Lansing going to these 2 town centers. If you can go through Rhea and get out Behemoth while a player like Joe is spamming or grabbing an early 3 town centers, you can probably push through this location very easily with like 2 or 3 Behemoth with a Scarabash. It's looking like Joe's actually just going to move forward and sneak this town center. It's not something that Moore would expect at all. And I did note that Oranos can't do it, but if this was, say, Kronos or Gaia, it'd be an option. There's no option here for Oranos. He doesn't have the pushing power to kill off this town center. Meanwhile, the town center is going to be going up. Villagers finally hitting a raid here for Moore. Nice shockwave hitting every single one of them. Maybe able to pick off two villagers here, maybe even 3. Gets 2 villagers moving into the town center. Doesn't lose a Murmillo there. This town center will go. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. Villagers moving forward. What? Hello? More? What are you doing? More? What is this? He's got no hunt over here. He does have this hunt over here and some hunt in the middle over in this location there, but Moore's got to think, what can he do here? Down 4 to 2 town centers. He's gotta like rush the heroic age and hit some sort of timing with Hyperion to get this town center back and force Joe into a difficult situation. But Joe is just spamming out villagers like a madman. He's going to be max villagers by like 11 minutes or something crazy like that. Does snipe a villager as well. He's going to be retreating back, still pumping out. Oh, he's even getting some spearmen out now. He's getting all those slingers out. Still no second barracks, which is a bit surprising. Another wall going up is this Murmillo who's just been sitting here slashing against the wood for the past, I don't know how long. What's the damage here? He's doing like 4 damage in attack, 600. You work it out. I want to see how long this Murmillo has been slapping at this wall for if it started at 600 HP. And now the army of Moor pushing through here. Joe coming back. Going to be picking off some of these units. They're not going to be able to do too much. Still eating these hippo on the bottom of the map. No problem there. The Murmillo is going to get picked off by the town center even with the harass. No problem. More units flooding out for Moor, who is trying to get to the next stage here. He's sitting at max supply and has a decent income right now, but probably cut villages as well as he's trying to make it there. He's cut everything as well. Still pushing in here. Don't want to lose any units while you're doing this. It's very important. We do see some spear raids now running around trying to find something. There are double... What is this? Double temple Promethean spam. He is going for what looks to be a Promethean all-in onto this town center, and Joe spots it with the with this spearman. Noticing this, that's hilarious. Meanwhile, the army of Moor sitting over here, and we'll see if Joe is prompted to build some priests to react to this or not. But even with 5 Promethean here, they just only deal like 15 damage to the town center. So 10 hack, 5 crush. You see a tower getting picked off there. That's not going to be the biggest of deals. And we do see Thea coming through as well. Stymphalian birds probably not going to be the best help here. And we just hit the Terma getting pushed back. All the slingers missing though, until they stop moving, in which case he will hit. And more just running around the map like a wild child. But Joe hit max villages, going through Neff. He's going to have so many resources, like already 1,200 food there. And he's also on this gold mine in the middle of the map. Completely content in his situation here. The Prometheans moving forward. And an instant market will go down now for Joe. He's going to jump straight to the Myth Gates, probably through Horus. And just continue to hold on to this situation that he's got. We see an Ancestors coming in, pushing more back here. That's interesting because he knows that Moor probably doesn't have the economy to advance to the next age, and he's completely right because there's just no hunt for him to really be gathering right now. He's already on farms, built 2 farms only, so only 2 villages gathering food at this point for him, and more retreating. And Migdal Stronghold is going up, but these units are going to be feeling the pain. Will he throw up a building here? Could. No, he sneaks out this way. No problem there. More Prometheans coming through. I don't know where he's going with those, but that's funny. And Hecate is coming through. I totally missed that. So we'll see if that can do anything. Horus is going to be out though, so he could just cast Tornado on the Tartarian gate because he's in a commanding position. Doesn't have to use the Tornado to pick off anything else. But that's a thing. There's a barracks coming up for Joe. More getting chased by the Scorpion Men. There are heroes here though, so that's going to deal a lot of damage to the Scorpion Men. But he'll get out of there, no problems. 43% to 70 or 80%. And there's the palace coming up for more. As Joe pushing forward, pushing off this gold mine. That's another very vital thing right now. 2,000 gold or 3,000 left. Some dryads moving in. Still has a bunch of priests though. No funeral rites. Hecate comes through. These units are already forward. He does have the Stymphalian bird coming in. Probably going to cast onto this location. And we'll see if the villagers just get pulled. Remember, Joe's been full villages for a long time. Lots of resources here. And we'll see. He does pull them over. I'm just going to take down this Tartarian gate, build some priests as well out of one of the town centers, and he can just rebuild those villages that he loses. And he's going to be totally fine here. I don't even think there's masons on this. There's no masons, so it's going to go down very, very fast. There's the Horus for Joe though. Not even that far behind on tech at all. And we'll see what he can do. Sky Passage coming up for more. Moving forward over here onto the Skull Mine. I like it. A little sneaky. little sneaky sneak onto this gold mine. And Joe's not going to check that ever. Meanwhile, he does see the sky passage here, so he can go for a little bit of an all-in over on this location, but he does cast Tornado here. He's going to try and pick off the sky passage so the units can't come back, but again, Joe's going to be super careful with this. He doesn't have any siege weapons, so he can't push forward and pick off this town center like the other game, but he can push forward and take down the sky passage. It does go down, yes, and that's huge while the unit's moving in to this location here. I'm going to try and take this down. Remember, Joe can just spam out Mercenary here to defend against this, which he will be doing because he's got no shortage of gold right now. Sitting, well, 82, but he's got a lot of villagers on gold gathering with Quarry. Doesn't have Hand Axe though, which is peculiar. Could really have used that one, I think, Joe. Hand Axe, unlike Bowsaw, Hand Axe is very, very important. There's a Hesperid's Tree, a second Hesperid's Tree coming down for more. And Joe does grab the Hesperid's Tree for himself, so he's going to make some Dryads. That's the dangers of having Hesperid's Tree. Giving your opponent an extra 15 population-ish. Nice raids though from more onto this location. The Mercenary do spot this this gold mining operation up here, but see if they can pick off any villagers or not. They are at the end of their contract here as a citizen. That's cheating. More with the exploit to keep that citizen alive. That's funny. Nobody asked how to do it because I'm not telling you. Or what happened then. Nobody even bothered with that. Okay. And we do see that Joe is got a commanding position right now with all of these heavy chariots, siege towers flooding in. Just hates Axe of Vengeance. I've never seen him get it. Joe needs the... Well, he got 40 favor, so he could possibly buy it. Doesn't have it coming down. And Siege Tower going to be trying to target down this manor here. And there is Joker throwing the question mark onto Moore as he is moving in now to take down the town center. Dryads on there. Avengers on there. More units flooding in from the back for more. He's sitting at 89 population with 1,200 gold in the bank. And no access to this Hesperid's Tree, who Joe is just trying to spam them out. And the Terma running away here, but going to be losing them ever so slowly. Military buildings going down for more as well. As it looks like Joe is just too far ahead at this point as Moore taps out. GG. Well played by Joe, taking the series 2-1. Nice play by Moore as well. I think that unfortunately he just took too much damage in the early game from that shifting sands play and just could never recover from it. I liked that he sent the Promethean forward, but beyond that, I think I preferred his play on the Tundra game where he went 4-minute advance time. But he just needs to like get his villagers close together so the shifting sands thing doesn't work too well. He did have a sentry tower over here, but it just wasn't that much because the animal path blocking, when you have that many boar, it's just pretty severe. And he could have just left the villager in the sentry tower as well. Considering it died, just leave it in there for another day is much more important than just letting it die. Anyways, GG, well played by Joe, and a really good series indeed. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching.